Hello again. We have another interesting job today. This is a desktop board. This is ASRock B150M Pro 4S. Now the story of the board: the customer decided to upgrade the memory, and since he did open the laptop, he decided to replace the thermal paste of the CPU, and by no reason he decided to remove the CPU. Basically that's what the CPU look like. It's quite dirty, and since he removed the CPU, now we have a dirty socket and a few bent pins. Now the laptop doesn't, the computer doesn't power on, sorry. So we'll try to have a look and eventually clean the socket. And since it's something a little bit different, I decided to make a video. I did remove the board from the housing so I can work much easier. Now let me try to focus this under the microscope and we'll have a look. Now as you can see, we have paste pretty much on all the edges, also here, and we have a few bent pins here on this side. So let's start. We're gonna use a very fine toothbrush. This is I don't know what they call it. This is after if you have some surgery or something like that. This is very fine, with very fine edges. I use it to clean phone microphones and speakers. So basically we're gonna put little alcohol and try to clean the socket. We're gonna move from the inside of the socket to outside. We're gonna put some paper here so we don't do more of a mess. So we're gonna put some 99% isopropylic alcohol on the brush, and we're gonna try and clean it like this. Now it may look a little messy, but we have two different types of paste here, I think, and we have some gray and white. Now let's try and clean some of this also. Don't push too much. As long as the pins are uncovered and they're making good contact, the rest should be fine. Here we have some damaged pins. Let's clean the brush a little bit and try to do the same. We have one bent pin here on this side also. Let me dry it a little bit with the hot air. We're gonna clean it once more. Let me clean the brush a little bit first. Now, this won't be a factory cleaning, of course, but as long as we have picture, eventually. I think it's okay. Now let's see about the pins. I think this one is a little bit offside, like this. Those are fine. Those are fine. Now, the main problem are this one here. We have to be careful not to break someone. Now this one is bent. Basically we'll try to straighten it a little bit with the tweezers. I have to rotate it, sorry. I am right-handed and now those are fine. The only problem is this one. I'll try to use two tweezers and try to shape it. Something like this. So now, well, it's not perfect, but we'll test it. Let me clean the CPU, and I'm gonna get the power supply and we're gonna test and see whether we have a picture or not. Just a second. Now I got the CPU here. Let me put the CPU. I clean it a little bit. And let me put a memory. There's the CPU. Let me connect cable. Let's see, are we gonna hear a beep or not? The board is on. The CPU is getting warm. Which is a good sign. Yeah, we have a picture. I'll try to show you. Yeah, as you can see, we have the boards. I did reset the BIOS at first, but yeah, Sorry about that, but I'm not used to filming the monitor. Let me connect all the memories so that we are sure that all the channels are working, because some of the pins may be related to the memory. And let me connect the keyboard to check. It should be 32 gigabytes of memory. Let's power on again. Yeah, we power on. And let's check. The CPU is getting warm. Let's see, do we have a picture again? No picture so far. Let me check all the memories, because we may have problem with the socket also, because he did mention that the first time when he connect the memories he didn't push them all the way in. Yeah. Let's check now. No picture so far. Let's test only with the original memories. No. Let's try on the other two slots. No picture, which is strange. Okay, let's try with one memory on each slot. Yeah, we have picture on this one. Let's continue to the other one. Yeah, on this one we also have a picture. This one we don't have a picture. Let's see this one again. No. So we don't have picture on the last, on the two right slots. So let's check, did we miss something or not? And let's see how are the pins under the microscope again. Everything looks fine somehow, except did we forget about this one? I don't want to touch this one here because it's very fragile and we may break it. So everything else looks kind of fine. So let's put the CPU again and test. We're gonna test only on this slot here, because if it starts working then it should be fine. Let's power on. No, still no picture. Let me remove the CPU and try to power on without it, so I can reset the memory controller. And we're gonna test again. It doesn't want to boot without the CPU. It doesn't want to spin the fans actually, which is kind of weird, but anyway, okay. Let's check the CPU. Let me clean the CPU a little bit. I did clean it, but you never know. No, nothing. Okay, let's clean again. Some alcohol on the brush. When you look the board on a different angle, you always see something bent. Now I want to we have a broken piece here, which I'll try to it went in the ninth dimension. Try and get it. It flew away. Anyway, we're gonna pull this a little bit up so it does make a contact when we push the CPU. And let's give it another try. In the worst case, the customer should use only one channel. Let's power on and see, do we have picture on this. The problem is the customer isn't sure whether he didn't damage something else on the board, because I see some marks here on the board, and now I'm not sure is this because of the things that he did on the board, or we don't have a picture because of the pins on the CPU. Let me check around. To see about some damaged pins or something like that. We have a broken plastic here inside. Yeah. He probably tried to push the memory on the wrong direction, but besides that, nothing obvious. Okay. I don't see anything which stands out, which is now I have to search for a board view to check. Let's do one more clean, and we're gonna try again, because I don't see why it shouldn't work. Nothing stands out except the broken pin, of course. Let me check the CPU actually for something. No, CPU is clean. Okay, let's put this. Let's test again. We have a fan spin. CPU is getting warm. Let me try again without the CPU. We're gonna reset the BIOS again. Let's see. We'll try to power zone. No. Let me push the CPU and test again. Let's wait a little bit just in case, because sometimes it may need a little bit more time to recognize the memory, but I doubt that's the problem. Let me check, do I have some voltage on the memory while we're waiting. Yeah, the memory's got voltage, which is bad. Could be something that I missed. Let me try and find a board view and I'll be right back, just a second. I did manage to find a board view, and it turns out the broken pin is straight connected to the two right slots. So let's see, do we have some continuity? No, we don't. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Strange. What else can be the problem? This is broken also. This is not in use, thanks God. Okay. So this one goes away. Probably some of the bent pins is also broken from the inside and it's not visible. Problem is that I don't see anything else damaged. Which means the customer probably should have to use only half of the memory. Okay, let's give it a final test, but I have some doubts. Where did I put the CPU? Let's power on again. Yeah, the CPU is getting warm. Let me try with one of the new memories, just in case. Nothing. Let's see, do we have picture on the first two slots again, at least? Just a little update on this board. I did play a little bit. There was a broken pin, which looks fine, but actually it was broken. That I thought it was unused. So basically, the thing that I do, I just ripped off a pin from one of my old boards, which is a donor board. I stick the pin here, which is very dodgy solution, but the pin actually made a contact, and now when I put the CPU and if we power on the if we power on with this slot here, let's check again, because right now I did lift the CPU and something may went wrong, but this slot wasn't working. Now if you look, let me try to show you again. You can see it. Now I have picture. So basically the problem was actually this pin. So all the slots are working now. I'm gonna clean the CPU around. I'm gonna put a new paste, gonna put it on the chassis, and I'm gonna call the customer. Sorry for the long video. I hope you like it. A little bit of dodgy solution, but sometimes you have to do what you have to do. So that's it for now. Bye bye.